There are cursed objects that terrify because they look haunted. And then there's the Shishui Doll, a porcelain girl who doesn't just haunt your home. She haunts you, your memories, your dreams, your fate. Tonight, we open the case of a curse that doesn't rest until you break free from it. In the remote mountain town of Shishui in northern Japan, there is a shrine so old, no one remembers who built it, but everyone remembers the doll inside. Local elders claim the doll has been awake for more than a century. Some say it belonged to a little girl who drowned in the river behind the shrine. Others whisper it was crafted by a grieving father who refused to accept his daughter's death, pouring every ounce of love, guilt, and sorrow into porcelain. But one thing everyone agrees on: you do not stare into the Shishui doll's eyes, because if you do, she remembers you. The curse remained mostly a rumor until last winter. A traveler from Sapporo, 28 years old, amateur photographer, visited the town. His name was Takumi Hasebe, and he had a fascination with abandoned shrines. Locals warned him not to enter the old Shishui Shrine, not to take pictures, not to disturb the doll. Takumi laughed it off. He wasn't mocking them, he simply didn't believe in curses. He entered anyway. Inside, the air was colder than outside. His breath hung heavy, and there she was. The Shishui doll, sitting perfectly centered on a wooden altar, as if she'd been waiting. Takumi raised his camera. Click. The doll's head moved. Not suddenly, but slowly, deliberately, turning toward him. Takumi ran out of the shrine, stumbling through the snow. He got back to his inn, locked the door, promised himself he'd delete the photo in the morning. But that night, he dreamed of her. At first, the dreams were simple. Takumi stood in the shrine again. Only the doll was no longer sitting. She was standing. In the second dream, she was closer, eyes open wider, hair longer. In the third dream, she whispered his name.
Takumi.
By the fifth night, Takumi could no longer sleep. He moved to a different hotel, then a different city. He threw away his camera, destroyed the SD card, but none of it mattered. The dreams followed him. He began waking up with bruises on his arms, in the shape of tiny fingers. Mirrors fogged up, even when there was no steam. And inside the fog, someone had traced a message. "I remember you." Takumi grew desperate, and as his sanity slipped, he did something he never thought he would. He returned to Shishui to destroy the doll. Takumi arrived at the shrine just before dusk. The river behind it was frozen, silent, as if the world was holding its breath. He kicked open the doors and found the doll sitting exactly where she had been. Only now her head was already tilted toward him. He raised a hammer, but the room changed. The shadows stretched. The floor groaned. The temperature dropped so suddenly, his breath turned white. The doll's eyes shifted. They weren't glass anymore. They were human. Takumi froze, not out of fear, but out of recognition. A vision surged through him, A little girl drowning, calling for her father, begging not to be forgotten.
Daddy!
Her soul trapped, her grief endless, her fear contagious. This wasn't a curse of malice, it was a curse of memory. Breaking it required more than smashing porcelain. Takumi whispered into the cold air, "You are not forgotten." The shadows loosened their grip, the hammer dropped from his hand, and for the first time in over 100 years, the doll's eyes softened. The porcelain cracked, gently, like ice melting under sunlight, and then silence. Takumi left Shishui the next morning. No scratches, no bruises, no dreams. Locals say the doll's altar is now empty, but on some nights, just before the moon rises, the shrine door creaks open, as if someone, a small someone, is stepping outside to feel the wind. Some believe the curse was broken, others say it simply changed shape, and a few whisper, "If you ever see a girl with pale skin, uneven hair, and dark eyes, standing alone in the snow, do not stare, do not speak, do not approach, because if she remembers you, you will never sleep alone again." What do you think? Was the curse truly lifted? Or did Takumi release something even worse? Tell me your theory in the comments. And if you enjoy stories where old legends refuse to stay buried, there's another tale waiting just for you, right here on Sinister Shiver.